Hey, yo, welcome back to Tactics Talk with me, Guido. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your support on this episode. I'm driving my T34 Premium Tier 8 American Heavy Tank in a pure Tier 8 battle on Karelia, spawned into the southwest and headed over to the east side along the big corridor brawling area. This is mostly heavies. A lot of heavies in this battle. Only one artillery on each side. You can see that we had a considerable number of tanks go over to the west side. I'm headed over to the east, and there's a big group of lights in the middle, which is kind of interesting. None of our tanks are really trying to take the hill at about G, 7 and 8, which means we're going to have to hang back a little bit. None of the tanks going this way, other than maybe the STA-1, are quite fast enough to get around the corner. Would have been really nice with a hold down T-34 to do that, but I'm just too slow. So as I'm assessing this and moving forward, I figure I'm only going to be able to get up to the corner and try to hold the corner with the OHO T26E5 myself. There's an STA-1 to my right, who does not last long since he gets up high on that hill there and gets spotted. We take down one of their scouts early, that's helpful. T26E5 is working the edge right here. Doesn't seem interested in going forward, so I'm actually going to take his place there, which I don't really advocate, but if he's not going to look forward and see what's going on, then I will do so. Armor not penetrated, of course. Right onto his side. Must have gone low into his track or just simply bounced. Hit a weird angle, God knows what. I'm going to let this zoom. That's a T-34 that's moving, so his dispersion is going to be pretty big. So I felt fairly comfortable waiting, although there could be more guys down there. Now, I've got a couple friends, but we're going to be in tight echelon, which is okay. We'll work it as best we can here. That gets up onto his top highly angled armor. A little bit worried about the T-32. This T-34, though, is a big problem. He knows he's in a good spot. He's hold down right there. I'm going to let that zoom in, and I'll put it right there into his side. I may have actually pinned this top plate at a weird angle. Not really sure. It's hard to say where exactly that went. I would suspect it went into his side somehow, though. This T-32 is now an issue. He's coming around to a good spot. Exposes himself a little too much, but I can't quite get it in there. I bounce it off the highly angled front plate, top plate, and now there's guys right up in our face, which is actually helpful in this case. But I know there's going to be several of them, plus they've got the guys in the back, so this is problematic. We're back on our back heel. We're going to have to be careful. Put one into his turret, but it does not pin, and the artillery is working on the T-32. I bounce a shot. And right now, this is just a matter of paying attention to when they shoot and coming out for a shot when they don't have a shot on you. For example, T-34 moving, not going to have a good shot, so I was able to take a shot on him without taking one back. Kind of timing the T-26 and his buddy over here to come out and get a shot when they can't shoot me. Shoot him, come back out, throw some angle on right there, and bounce another shot. The IS-6 and the T-26 are not working together very well at all. That's going to cost me a shot, but I'm able to kill the T-26E5. I eat a shot with the track, and now we're doing a pretty good job over here. Looks like the north and the west is winning. So we can move on in here and start working on these guys. I know there's a couple more back behind them. I tried to go into the side of his turret, but it's a little too angled right there. That would have been perfect right there. But there's still the T-26E5 and the other tank in the back there. And I fully expect if I went pushing around this corner, they would hit me. This time I'm going to get into the side of his turret. There's three of them there. There's a T-32 in the back there. Takes a shot at me. Down goes their T-34. And it's getting pretty close to an opportunity now for me to push in. I'm going to accept that shot in order to put another one into the T-26E5. Their bat chat is there. The low is anchoring the north part of that hill area that we're fighting. And I take another shot. So they're finally getting a little bit of effective fire into me. What I don't want to do is have us lose over here and enable them to turn around. So I need to be a little bit more careful about how we get in on these guys. Put another one into them. And the whole time I'm doing this, I'm paying attention to when they fired, when my guys have fired, and who they might be paying attention to. Look at this dude's trying to make a run for it, so I ignore him. Take a shot on the 26E5, put him down. So the 100-01 comes around that corner. That's a problematic spot for him, and we got to get rid of this IS-6. So I decided it's time to push into them. I might eat a shot from the IS-6. That's fine. We'll just keep on going. He misses. That covers me up on the SU-101. And now I can push into where the low is on the corner. Looks like the rest of them are all getting swarmed up at the cap. So we've got the SU-101 in the low here. Their back chat is on our cap. Take that snap on the move. Might as well do it. I had plenty of guys following up. Possible he DPMs me down right there. So a bit of a chance by continuing to go, but we're winning so handily. My intention was to move on to the next guys in the line, and gobble up as much hit points as I can. I'm tucking left into this terrain right here, just to make the defender's shot a little more difficult. He's not shooting at me, which works. Works for me, and I'll come right around here. Notice I didn't even bother to stop and look for the shot on the defender right there. I went for the easy hit points on the low. End game like this is just trying to get as many hit points out of this as I can. If it had been a closer game and the defender was potentially going to kill one of my tanks or be a factor, there's a friend of mine hitting me, or be a factor to winning or losing, I might have stopped and tried to, probably would have stopped and tried to shoot the defender. But as it was, we were ahead so much, I'm just headed for the low, who has more hit points, plus his rear armor, at least at that point, was pointing towards me. This ace tanker, 4,400, 440 assists, 240 bounced. Good example of using timing and echelon tactics on corners and being patient in a case where patience was required because we simply didn't have an overmatch. As a matter of fact, had they just pushed really hard with all those tanks, they would have gobbled us up over there. This may have been a bit of a different game. All right, that's all I got, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your support of the channel. And as always, we will see ya.